guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got another guitar from Kramer. You know, it was just a matter of time before I got one of these. It's a Kramer NightSwan Aztec. Okay, gang, so the Kramer NightSwan Aztec here, killer guitar. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. If you're around my age or grew up around when I did, you're gonna recognize this guitar probably from the Vivian Campbell ad. And it's this one is pretty true to the original looks wise. They did do the R2 nut instead of the R1 nut that was on the original one. I prefer the R2 nut. It's a little more comfortable for me. Just really fun guitar though. So it's got a mahogany body. It's got a 3-piece maple neck with an ebony fretboard, and the neck is really nice. It's not like any of the other Kramer necks that I have. It's not real big. It's not real thin either, but it's got a nice flat spot along the middle of the back. So it's almost like it goes up and then goes like that and then, curves back again. And I don't know, I'm just finding it really comfortable. But like I said, it's really nothing like any of the other Kramer necks that I have. So I'm loving the reverse headstock that they did on this. I really like the choice of the logo, you know, putting the NightSwan logo up there too. I just think it really, really looks good. Now, I did replace the stock tuners, which I don't think are that great. Not that crucial though, since it does have a locking nut, but I went ahead and put the Hipshot open gear locking tuners on mine. You know, it does come with the Allen wrench holder, like, you know, all the new Kramers do. Really, really nice piece of ebony. You know, looks like here on the fretboard. Of course, it's got the, you know, pearl ping pong, you know, dot inlays. Look really, really good there. One thing I will mention, the fretboard overhang on this guitar is like the biggest overhang I think I've ever seen. It seems almost excessive. But, you know, ebony's a pretty strong wood. I'm not too worried about it. Now the pickups, they decided to go with Seymour Duncan JBs in both, you know, the bridge and the middle position here. I find that I really like the JB in the, you know, in the bridge position. I'm kind of treating this guitar almost like a single humbucker guitar. I haven't found too many really good uses for just this middle humbucker by itself. The middle position, which is, you know, both humbuckers, works pretty good on some lead sounds. But like I said, I've really just been mainly playing this guitar, you know, kind of like as a single humbucker guitar with, you know, just playing the bridge humbucker there. It has a single volume control, a 3-way mini switch for the pickup selection. I did put a black Maximum Guitar Works knob on mine. I just think that knob looks a little nicer than the stock knob, and it, you know, it's very comfortable with that rubber O-ring. The Floyd Rose, it's a Floyd Rose 1000. It does have a little bit of float to it. You know, your typical Floyd Rose. Took a little while to set it up, but once I got it dialed in, been staying in tune real nice. I do find that this is a rather dark sounding guitar, and that's probably the mahogany body. I noticed it is, you know, when I took it to band practice, and, you know, we did a few tracks, and then when I brought this one out and played it, you know, the sound did get noticeably darker. Just, you know, nature of the beast, you know, having an all mahogany body. So I do want to mention the frets on this guitar. What's like, you know, kind of becoming the general theme with these new Kramers is the frets are real level. You know, no dead spots or anything like that. The fret ends are fantastic, but the frets did need a polish. They were, you know, pretty gritty feeling. Now that the frets needed polish, and then whatever kind of guitar strings Kramer is putting on these from the factory are absolutely the worst guitar strings I think I've ever felt. But just a quick, you know, light polish of these frets, and everything's feeling real nice now. And, you know, I'm continuously pleased by the fretwork, you know, as far as leveling and the fret ends go on all these new Kramers. Now the setup from the factory, you know, right out of the box, not the greatest. You know, the Floyd wasn't set up very well at all. The intonation was not set up. You know, that's pretty expected on any new guitar. You know, right from the factory, they don't really set them up all that well anymore. So, you know, when if you get one of these, just know you're either gonna have to do a setup yourself, or, you know, have one done to it. You know, your typical Floyd Rose takes, you know, half hour or so to kind of dial it in, but you know, once you get it dialed in, you know, if you do it correctly, no problems, and it stays in tune. Another thing I'll mention is the artwork, the paintwork on this guitar almost looks homemade, but that's true to the original. The original Aztec looked homemade too, so that's part of the charm of this. You know, I really dig it. You know, it's a blast from my past, but it just, you know, like I said, the kind of the homemade look of the paint, you know, the graphic, just kind of adds to the charm of this guitar. And it, you know, the look is definitely, you know, a throwback to the original. You know, like I said, that's just part of the charm. As far as the overall quality, guys, it's, you know, it's really solid. I've said it before on some of the other Kramer, you know, quick looks that I've done, but I would put this on par with, you know, any of the, you know, Charvels or EVH or Fender guitars coming from the, you know, Fender Mexican plant. Easily at least as good as that, if not slightly better. Maybe I just been lucky on all the Kramers that I've gotten, but they've all been really, really good quality. And, again, very happy with this one. Okay, guys, we'll do some tone samples for you. Of course, we're going to do the same riff that we always do. We'll start off on a Car Slant V6 profile for a mostly clean tone, and we'll start off on the bridge humbucker. Middle position. And that middle humbucker. Okay, guys, for some overdrive samples, we're going through the 88 AMP V2 Wags profile from Big Hairy Guitars. Again, starting off on the bridge humbucker. Middle position. And the middle humbucker. So guys, that'll about do it for the quick look of the Kramer NightSwan Aztec. Like I said, having a blast with this one. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you checking it out with me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.